England manager hits back hard at top Premier League clubs. Transfer bombshell, Harry Kane to join Liverpool. Lamine Yamal's dropped shorts cause controversy. All of this and more in today's episode. Hey everyone, welcome to our roundup of the top football news. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. If you've already subscribed, let's get started. Liverpool's right-back Trent Alexander-Arnold has confirmed his move to Real Madrid. The deal is for 5 seasons, according to Sky Sports. Liverpool offered Trent a new deal that would have made him one of the highest-paid players in the Premier League, but he declined. At Real Madrid, Alexander-Arnold will not only receive high salary conditions, but also attractive bonuses. While he earned around €11 million per season at Liverpool, this figure could rise to €15 million in Madrid, including performance-based bonuses and a signing bonus equivalent to a reasonable transfer value. The agreement will take effect from July 1st, 2025. Barcelona aims to keep De Jong, revising contract terms. Barca is actively working on extending the contract of key Dutch midfielder Frenkie de Jong, reports Sport.es. Following the successful renewal of deals with key players such as Kubasi, Araujo, Gavi and Pedri, the club intends to agree on a new contract with De Jong. The Dutchman, who earns €19 million per year at Barcelona, has a contract until the end of next season. However, the club's financial difficulties necessitate offering somewhat modified terms. It is expected that the base salary will be reduced, and bonuses, which will depend on his performance on the field, will increase. In addition, the new contract will include the cancellation of payments agreed during Bartomeu's presidency in the pandemic period. An important aspect of the negotiations is the possibility of including a release clause of €80 million in the new agreement. This amount seems quite realistic, considering De Jong's consistent performance. It is worth noting that Frenkie de Jong has been a long-term target for Manchester United, who, according to media reports, are willing to offer €50 million for the player. Spain reached the semi-finals of the Nations League, defeating the Netherlands in a penalty shootout. One of the key moments of the match was a goal scored by Barcelona's 17-year-old winger Lamine Yamal in extra time. This goal was not only important for Furia Roja, but also a kind of response to criticism from former Netherlands international Rafael van der Vaart. Van der Vaart had previously expressed his dissatisfaction with Yamal's play, particularly his habit of pulling down his shorts. After scoring in the return leg, Yamal celebrated by slightly pulling down his shorts and later wrote on social media, "Dropped shorts, 1 goal, missed penalty and qualification for the semi-finals." In turn, the Dutch footballer did not remain silent. He stated, "I would advise Yamal to worry less about the opinion of a former footballer who has gained a bit of weight. I don't care about his post on social media, but I consider Lamine an incredible player. I see him with his shorts down, carefree. That's what I meant. However, I want him to remain confident and not be influenced by external factors," said the former Netherlands midfielder. In this situation, the main thing is how Yamal will perceive this criticism and how he will react to similar situations in the future. If he can draw the right conclusions and focus on his development, a great future awaits him. The football community, for its part, should remember his young age and give him time to develop as both a person and a professional. Harry Kane is considering a return to the Premier League this summer, with Liverpool emerging as the frontrunners for his signature. This information comes from former Manchester United and Tottenham scout Mick Brown, who maintains strong connections within the football world. In an exclusive interview with Football Insider, he stated that the 31-year-old forward is determined to break Alan Shearer's Premier League goal-scoring record. It is believed that Kane has a release clause in his Bayern Munich contract, which has prompted interest from all of England's top clubs. Brown previously reported that Manchester United's owners are pushing to sign Kane, planning to make him their marquee signing at Old Trafford. However, Arne Slot wants to sign a world-class forward, and Liverpool is now preparing to make an offer this summer. Despite interest from competitors, Kane would cost a total of £100 million plus a weekly wage of £400,000, so clubs will need to consider whether they can afford his acquisition. Harry Kane's return to the Premier League seems like a very real possibility, and Liverpool appears to be seriously considering signing him. Kane's desire to break Shearer's record is a significant argument in favour of returning to England. And I would like to remind you that Shearer has 260 goals, while Harry has 213. Liverpool, unlike Manchester United, appears to be more financially stable and has a pressing need for a world-class forward, especially considering that Salah will most likely leave the club. Kane's transfer would be a huge boost for any Premier League club, and for Liverpool, it's a chance to instantly become the main contender for the championship. However, the high transfer fee and salary could be a serious obstacle. Liverpool will have to be financially resourceful to complete this transfer, but if they succeed, it will be a real coup in the transfer market. Fifth young Southampton winger Tyler Dibling is attracting significant attention from leading clubs in the English Premier League and the German Bundesliga. According to Sky Sport, Manchester City and Tottenham are showing the most interest in the 19-year-old talent. However, RB Leipzig is also actively competing to sign Dibling and has a realistic chance of success. In addition, Bayern Munich also highly values the player's potential and is closely monitoring his development. Despite this, the German super club has not yet made any official moves regarding negotiations. Tyler Dibling is one of the most promising young players in English football, and competition for him is expected to be quite fierce. Dibling's decision will depend on his priorities. If he wants to stay in England, then Manchester City or Tottenham might be the better option. If he prefers stable playing time and development in a competitive league, then RB Leipzig looks like a very attractive option. Bayern Munich may join the race later, but they will need to act quickly to avoid missing out on such a talent. According to The Sun Football, Manchester City midfielder Kevin De Bruyne may soon change clubs. It is reported that the Belgian has already held talks with MLS club San Diego. De Bruyne wants to join the American team when his contract with City expires. The player's current agreement with City runs until June 30th, 2025. England national team manager Thomas Tuchel has made it clear that he will not respond to requests from clubs to give their players rest during international breaks. Under the German specialist's leadership, the Three Lions have already played 2 matches in the 2026 World Cup qualifiers, and they won both very convincingly. Before the match, Tuchel was asked if he would consider giving players rest if clubs asked him to do so. "We have a qualifying match to play, and we will do what is best for us." Considering that Declan Rice played after a 7-1 scoreline, it seemed to me that Arsenal didn't think much about us, so I don't think we should worry about them. It would be the wrong signal now to say to the players, "Hey, you have tough club matches coming up, so I'll give you some rest now." We are in contact with the clubs. We have a high level of monitoring, so the physical condition of the players is known, and we will not take unprofessional risks. I don't want players to get injured. I want players to play in the Champions League quarter-finals, every single one of them, because I want to see that. Ultimately, we take care of ourselves, and the clubs take care of themselves, said the head coach of the England national team. Tuchel puts the national team above clubs, which is typical for national team coaches. However, completely ignoring the needs of clubs can create tension. A balance is needed based on dialogue and monitoring the condition of the players to ensure their readiness for both national team and club matches. That's it for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Keep watching for more football action and have a wonderful day.